Hi, I'm customer onboarding expert Donna Weber. Let's talk about adaptation theory. Adaptation is the biological mechanism by which we and all organisms adjust to new environments and changes in our current environments. Simply put, it means we get used to things and then we take them for granted. I learned about adaptation theory in the book The Paradox of Choice by Barry Schwartz. Because of adaptation, we don't sustain the enthusiasm about positive experiences. So for example, let's say I get a new sports car. I've been dreaming about it since I was a kid. I've been excited. I've done all my research. I get the car, and maybe for the first few times I take it for a drive, I'm going to be so enthusiastic because I'm driving this fancy car. But pretty quickly, it just becomes a car. I get used to it, and I take it for granted. The thing about that adaptation theory is that we're unable to anticipate that this process of adaptation will take place. So that waning of pleasure or enjoyment always comes as an unpleasant surprise. We also can talk about the hedonic treadmill. So because we get used to things, we're always looking for the next benefit, the next pleasure hit, the next endorphin. And so that leaves us in that constant pursuit of improvements and reaching new goals. So all of this adaptation theory got me thinking about customer success and customer value. Now, even though your product's great, you build all this excitement during the sales cycle, you get the customer teams engaged and they adopt your product during onboarding, and it makes a huge difference with your customer. But no matter how fabulous your products and services are, over time, your customer gets used to them. The users get used to them. It just becomes a normal part of how they do business. And that leaves you vulnerable because your customers are always going to be there highlighting how great they are. Now, the antidote to this adaptation and the hedonic treadmill is gratitude, so that we don't take things for granted, that we're consciously grateful for all the benefits that we experience. Now, a personal example is that I've had a couple pretty major surgeries where I was unable to walk for extended periods of time. And so I consciously, every time I'm out walking, being active, hiking, kayaking, I'm always consciously grateful that I get to be mobile and active because I've had periods where I was unable to. So it's really important in a similar way for you to remind your customers about the value that they receive from your product. So one way is to constantly show them the impact. That would be a great start, would be to capture some benchmarks and baselines from before they deploy your product, and then ongoing show them all the measurable impact, the measurable results that you're having. And you might do that in a value review meeting. And then also take them on a value journey. So rather than just deploying your product and assuming, great, they're getting value, really consciously deploy specific value along their lifetime with you so they continue to go deeper and broader in your product. They're forever grateful. They're going to constantly use your product, use more, and tell all their colleagues and friends. Learn more in my article about value journeys. Thank you.